Picture this. I was in Venezuela, soaking in the vibrant culture when suddenly I found myself in the middle of a political protest. It was an unexpected turn in what had started as an ordinary day in Caracas, the pulsating heart of Venezuela. The country, once known for its rich oil reserves and breathtaking landscapes, was now a theater of escalating tensions and unpredictability. My trip to Venezuela was an immersion into a country grappling with political instability. The nation's capital was a cauldron of dissent, with protests becoming a frequent part of daily life. This unpredictable political climate often escalated into violent confrontations, turning the city's colorful streets into battlegrounds. One moment you could be savoring the country's famous arepas, and the next, you could be caught in the crossfire of a political standoff. But it wasn't just the political unrest that painted a grim picture of Venezuela. The crime rates were skyrocketing, with Caracas holding the dubious title of one of the most dangerous cities in the world. The threat of theft, kidnapping, and even murder was an ever-looming shadow that cast a pall over the country's vibrant culture and warm people. Adding to the country's woes was the rampant inflation. The Venezuelan bolivar was spiraling into a free fall, making the cost of living unbearable for many locals. This economic crisis added another layer of complexity to the already fraught situation, making basic necessities like food and medicine a luxury for many. Travel advisories and warnings from various international bodies and governments echoed my experiences. They cautioned against non-essential travel to Venezuela, citing the unpredictable political situation, high crime rates, and severe shortages of food, water, electricity, and medicine. Despite its natural beauty, from the stunning Angel Falls to the pristine beaches of Los Roques, Venezuela's volatile situation places it as the fifth most dangerous country to travel to in 2024. A country rich in culture and natural beauty, now overshadowed by a cloud of uncertainty and danger. But as always, we hold on to hope that Venezuela will rise above these challenges and reclaim its place as a beloved travel destination. As I stepped foot in Yemen, I could feel a sense of tension in the air. It was as if the land itself was holding its breath, caught in the throes of an ongoing civil war that has torn the country apart. This conflict has not only created a humanitarian crisis of epic proportions, but also a hotbed of unrest, making Yemen a risky proposition for travelers. The civil war in Yemen is a complex and multifaceted issue, involving a multitude of factions with differing ideologies. But what remains consistent is the presence of extremist groups who see the turmoil as an opportunity to gain a foothold. Their influence and the subsequent risk of terrorism add another layer of danger to an already volatile situation. And let's not forget the humanitarian crisis. It's a heart-wrenching sight. The basics of life, food, water, and healthcare, are luxuries that many Yemenis can only dream of. This lack of resources combined with the constant threat of violence makes for a perilous environment for anyone venturing into Yemen. Yet despite the danger, there's a certain allure to Yemen. Its rich history, its stunning landscapes, and the resilience of its people all make it a country that's hard to forget. But the reality is, the risks far outweigh the rewards. Yemen, with its deep-rooted conflicts, is the fourth most dangerous country for globetrotters in 2024. For now, it's a place best admired from a distance. In Syria, the remnants of war were evident in every corner. The nation, once a vibrant tapestry of diverse cultures, is now a haunting echo of its former self, scarred by a civil war that has left deep, indelible marks. The aftermath of this brutal conflict continues to be felt across the country. The risk of terrorism remains high, with sporadic outbreaks of violence a grim reminder of a war that continues to smolder beneath the surface. This instability is further compounded by an unpredictable and volatile political climate, making Syria a challenging and potentially perilous destination for travelers. The war has also taken a severe toll on Syria's rich cultural heritage. From the ancient city of Palmyra to the storied streets of Aleppo, many of these once majestic sites now lay in ruins, their histories buried beneath rubble. Visiting these areas not only poses physical risks due to unexploded ordnance and structural instability, but there's also a deep emotional toll. Witnessing firsthand the devastation wrought upon these symbols of Syria's storied past. Yet, despite the hardships, the spirit of Syria and its people endures. The resilience, strength, and warmth of Syrians is a beacon of hope in the face of adversity. However, the stark realities on the ground cannot be ignored. Syria's constant state of unrest earns it the unfortunate title of the third most dangerous country to visit in 2024. In Afghanistan, I was introduced to a world where danger could lurk around any corner. Afghanistan, a land of unending conflict, is a country where the echoes of war are as common as the chirping of birds. The ongoing war has left the nation in a state of constant uncertainty, making it a breeding ground for various terrorist groups. The omnipresent threat from these groups is a chilling reality for the local population and travelers alike, making every step a potential risk. Kidnappings, unfortunately, have become a common occurrence. Travelers are often targeted, caught in a terrifying game of cat and mouse where the stakes are life and death. This risk is heightened by the lack of infrastructure in the country. Roads are often poorly maintained or non-existent, making escape or rescue operations incredibly challenging. The medical facilities, or rather the lack thereof, add another layer of danger. With limited access to proper health care, a minor injury can quickly escalate into a major crisis. Travelers must be prepared to handle medical emergencies with minimal resources at hand. The combined effect of these risks casts a long, ominous shadow over the breathtaking landscapes of Afghanistan. The unseen dangers lurking around every corner make it a place that demands caution and preparedness at every step. Due to these factors, Afghanistan ranks as the second most dangerous country for travelers in 2024. Somalia, a country where the line between adventure and peril is dangerously thin. This East African nation is a land of stark contrasts, where the allure of its untouched beaches and exotic wildlife is often overshadowed by the harsh realities of its political and socio-economic conditions. One of the most pressing threats in Somalia is piracy. The infamous Somali pirates have long been a menace to international shipping, turning the crystal-clear waters of the Indian Ocean into a hotbed of maritime crime. These pirates, driven by desperation and the absence of viable livelihoods, pose a significant risk to any traveler venturing into Somali waters. Terrorism, primarily driven by the extremist group Al-Shabaab, is another major concern. The group's relentless attacks on civilians and security forces alike have created a climate of fear and instability that pervades every facet of Somali life. Moreover, the lack of a fully functioning government only exacerbates these problems. With limited control over its territory and resources, the Somali government struggles to provide basic safety and security for its citizens, let alone visitors. Crime too is rampant. From petty theft to violent assault, travelers in Somalia must navigate a landscape where law enforcement is minimal and personal safety is never guaranteed. These conditions make Somalia the most dangerous country to visit in 2024, but remember, while danger can be found in every corner of the globe, so can beauty and kindness. It's all about being informed and making smart decisions.